Servus Leute, willkommen zurück zu Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Und ich kann nicht mal speichern, ich habe es gerade getestet. Jedenfalls machen wir hier weiter. Ja, der Beweis, dass der Körper vom Biolabor zum Garten gebracht wurde. Ja, die Plane. Da. Ja.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is...
So. Testen wir mal, ob es jetzt geht. Ja, jetzt geht's. Okay.
The tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the code on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess! Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved!
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you?
Worked up?
Oh Mann, ich habe jetzt zweimal zu schnell gedrückt. Es tut mir leid. Ich habe einen nervösen Daumen.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
So, etwas so offensichtlich, dass das Offensichtliche im Biolabor. Könnte sie von...
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Ja, von was redet sie
Such
jetzt?
a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Ich muss mich selbst zusammenreißen und nachdenken. Das Unübersichtliche im Biolabor, wovon könnte die Rede sein?
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
Der ist so scheiße, der Typ. Was? Ja, ist er.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Ja, ich muss mich beruhigen. Ich darf das nicht an mich ranlassen. Ja, wir sind so gerade so nah dran, die Wahrheit aufzudecken, die hier im Biolabor, ja, von der im Biolabor die Rede war. Also wenn ich ihn zum Schweigen bringen will, ja, dann muss ich diese Offensichtlichkeit ihm ins Gesicht werfen. Die Offensichtlichkeit ist... Dieses eine Gebiet, das nicht nummeriert war oder so. Wovon redet er jetzt? Das wieder. Wie ging denn das nochmal?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
So, ich habe die falsche
Are
Taste
you
gedrückt.
sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want?
Ich muss
Are
denken,
you
also.
sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! you sure about this? That's impossible!
Ah.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Ja, ich spiele gerade wie ein Depp.
What do you want?
Habe ich gewonnen? Ganz knapp, aber
I'm
nur.
not listening!
Dumm. Knall's ab! Achso, ich habe die falsche Patrone ausgewählt. Mann, ich bin doof. Ja. Oh, verdammt. Der hat einen anderen Text gesagt. Na, egal.
I refuse to give up yet.
Toll, jetzt habe ich es gerade noch so geschafft und dann... Ja.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Ah, falsche Taste. Ja. X.
I'm not listening!
Mach! Ah, shit!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Ja, X.
I'm not listening!
Warum zählt das nicht?
What do you want? I'm not listening!
Warum zählt das nicht? Bla bla bla. Mir egal.
I
Dreckiges
refuse to
Mistvieh.
give up yet.
Stand doch X für... Ich habe jetzt jede Patrone abgeschossen. Was soll der Tupfen?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Ah.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Ja. Wow.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's
Ah.
impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
So. Final Strike, ja.
I'm not listening!
Ich versteh's nicht.
What do you want?
So. Final Strike X.
I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
So, geht doch. Habe ich zuvor auch gemacht. Oder ich habe zweimal die falsche Patrone geladen.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 Lichter ergeben keinen Sinn. Die Nummer der Lichter sollte... Wie viele sind schon gestorben? Ich kann jetzt nicht nachgucken. 8 oder 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Stimmt. Das ist der Schlüssel, um dieses Mysterium zu lösen. Okay, Sayaka starb zuerst. Junko war die zweite. Leon der dritte. Chihiro die vierte. Mondo der fünfte. Klingt wie ein Kaiser. Taka der sechste, dann Hifumi der siebte. Celeste war die achte. Sakura die neunte. Und das Opfer Nummer 10 war Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
Das heißt, irgendjemand von denen, die gerade aufgezählt wurden, ist noch am Leben. Ja, und von denen, die gerade aufgezählt wurden, glaube ich am ehesten, dass es hier Dingens war, Junko. Die könnte als einziger im Leben sein, der Rest nicht.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
Junko wahrscheinlich.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Okay.
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Ja, der Grund, warum es weniger Körper als Morde gibt. Ja, die Erklärung für mehr Morde als Opfer. Warum ist das? Nee. Nee. Same person is killed twice. Das da, glaube ich, oder? Nee. Verdammt. Aber schön, dass da ein Haken ist, dass ich weiß, dass das schon mal falsch war. Nee, ich glaube nicht, dass ein Körper zerstört hat.
I got it! What about it? The same person was killed twice.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Okay, ich bin jetzt selber verwirrt. Okay, erstmal gucken.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Nee. Achso, wahrscheinlich zählt er jetzt die Namen auf.
Junko Enoshima?
Ja, die wahrscheinlich. Komm! Fuck! Okay, ich werde ihn reden lassen.
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Sayaka Maizono? Was it 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 Sayaka Maizo
Bisschen Zeit kann ich ja gewinnen.
Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fujisaki, Mando Owada,
Ja, die ganzen Leute.
Hirotaka Ishimaru, Hifumi Yamada, Celestia Lu, whatever, or maybe Sakura Ogami. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Oder? Ja, toll. Oder Moment, ich habe eine Idee. Vor allem, ich lebe noch. Die Frage ist, in welcher Reihenfolge. Ich werde jetzt Junkos Namen nehmen und auf sein letztes Argument ballern. Oder umgekehrt. Sein letztes Argument auf Junko ballern. Weil es muss Junko sein, mir fällt nichts anderes ein. Die anderen sind alle von jemand anders umgebracht worden oder von Monokuma hingerichtet worden.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami. No. There's no way.
So. Mir ist der Fuß angeschlafen. Dumm.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Ach so, stimmt.
Remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Okay, deswegen, ich war mir erst nicht sicher, aber wegen dieser Aussage glaube ich, es ist Junko. Definitiv.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. A little silence, then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro ist am Leben? Nee, glaube ich jetzt nicht mehr. Wegen dieser Aussage nicht mehr. Diejenige, die ja immer noch am Leben ist, soll Mukuro sein. Aber kann ich das wirklich glauben? Nein, niemals. Ja, es gibt keine Möglichkeit, dass Mukuro Ikusaba noch am Leben ist. Ja, ist sie nicht mehr. Ich glaube, Junko war es jetzt definitiv. Okay, schauen wir mal.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Das kann ich auch abknallen. Das weiß. Das vorne in the garden. Ist das wirklich möglich? Nee.
The body you found in the garden wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Ich weiß nicht, was ich jetzt angreifen soll. Ich meine, ich habe eh nur eine Chance.
But the mastermind's true identity is.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
War ja klar. Bla bla. Ja, bin ich tot, aber es ist egal. Schöne ist, dass ich hier... Ja, bla 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 bla. Dass ich hier einfach so von hier aus weitermachen kann. Das ist fair, das ist richtig fair. Ja, wenn das nicht so lang wäre. Okay, dann gucken wir mal, was haben wir noch so. Zack. Okay, die Fatal Injuries sind es nicht. Und der Kummerfall ist es garantiert auch nicht. Oh, ich teste mal.
Wasn't when she's still alive? That's right. She made it so the mastermind's true.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Müsste so ein Geräusch von dir geben. Ich werde jetzt einfach alles nach und nach versuchen.
Found in the garden
So.
Wasn't when she's still alive? That's right.
so the mastermind's true identity is.
What do you say,
Ach so,
Monokuma?
nee.
Do you give up?
Okay, einmal teste ich noch. Ja, war klar. Wahrscheinlich muss ich Tokos Dingens abknallen.
The body you found in the garden
Genau.
Wasn't when she's still alive? That's right.
so the
Mist. Ah, was habe ich denn jetzt verballert? Fatal Injuries, okay.
found in the garden
Wasn't when she's still alive? That's right.
so the master.
Warum? Ich dachte, ich muss das ruinieren.
The body you found in the
Ja,
garden
toll. Okay, mach mal jetzt noch, da ich eh gleich vernichtet bin, mal wieder. Ja. True Identities. Klingt irgendwie komisch. Ja. Test mal einfach alles.
I refuse to give up yet.
Ja, mach schneller. So, ich habe alle Patronen abgeknallt. Ich werde jetzt einfach alles versuchen.
the body you found in the garden
Oder vielleicht muss ich das nehmen.
She made it so the mastermind's
What do you say, Monokuma?
Glaube ich zwar nicht, dass das so wird, aber...
the body you found wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive? That's right. She made it look like Junko. So the
Ja. True Identities. Das klingt so seltsam.
body you
Oder ich muss die True Identity nehmen.
That's right. She made it
Achso, nee, ich bin doch doof.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Ja, ich bin doch doof. Ich glaube, ich hab's gerade kapiert.
the body you found
So.
Then she's still alive?
That's right.
Ja, red schneller.
Like Junko's
Was? Ich dachte, das wär's.
the body you found in the garden
Hä? Was war das? Achso.
Wasn't when she's still alive? That's right. She so the identity is.
What do you say, Monokuma?
The body we found
wasn't Mukuro.
Ah, ich versteh's nicht. Aber gibt's hier nicht so viel Auswahl.
Found in the garden
Ist mir egal, ich knalle jetzt einfach alles ab. So, Profil. Das war's? Damit habe ich jetzt nicht gerechnet. Oder was ist jetzt die Antwort? Komm, spuck's aus.
No. The body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Was? Das war doch gerade... ich bin verwirrt. Irgendwie dachte ich gerade, dass das anders... Egal.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Right. If Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Ja, jemand, der so aussieht, als ob... Ja, jemand, der es nur so aussehen lassen wollte, als ob er tot ist. Aber immer noch am Leben ist. Es gibt nur eine Person, die es sein kann. Ja, du!
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Ja, und ob das stimmt, werden wir uns im nächsten Part ansehen. Ja gut, ich kann es helfen. Das war Danganronpa, Happy Havoc. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Pfiat euch.